Hi guys, so it's time for our early August update on the whole situation here, and you'll notice I've had to change up the tomatillo and the tomato holders a little bit. I was trying to do the Florida string method, but they just got too unruly and they were falling into each other, so I changed them up. The other thing I did is I just quickly painted these stripes on the ground so we could talk about each section. Maybe that'll make everything look a little easier because everything is green. So we're starting here with our urine and wood ash, and the subscriber asked that I stop using the urine and ash after the blooms begin on any of the plants, and all of the plants are now in bloom except for this poor pepper, which has been overtaken by the tomatillo. If I pull the tomatillo up to get it out of the way, it's going to break, so I've decided to leave it. So I've got tomatillos in bloom, the tomatoes back there are in bloom, but you can see the height. They were planted later and they never really got caught up. So we'll keep an eye on this and just see what happens. We may discount the pepper plant altogether because it's really getting shaded. It gets afternoon sun, but it doesn't in the morning. I've replanted the onions here 3 times now. They keep dying. I have one barely hanging on, another one that's come up. Again, can you see the paint on my fingers? So I don't know what's happening with the onions in here. Something's happening, but every section has lost some onions, some more than less. Alright, so let's move on to our control. And of course our control, early on I made the mistake of fertilizing the peppers and the onions, but I remedied that with these beautiful signs, and we can see that we do have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have all 9 onions in here, although there's only a few good-sized ones. Pepper plant seems to be doing very well. Tomatillos all in bloom, but look how short the tomato plant is. This with the big leaves is a cucumber that I'm growing behind all of this trestling, so you'll see it behind all of these plants. But look how short. This never got any fertilizer. Because every time I started fertilizing the pepper plant and stuff, I would remember by the time I got up here. So interesting to take note of, but oops, totally expected. Alright, so here's our Miracle-Gro plot. Tomatillo is very large. There's 2 in there, remember. Pepper plant, Shining Star, looks really good. Let's see how many onions we have. Let's get rid of this grass, shall we? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a dead one, 7, oh, that 8 and 9. So we do have all 9 onions here, although more are doing better than the other ones. I'm really getting in the, maybe I'll come from this angle. Pepper plant looks good, tomatillos look good, tons of blooms. I've got bees galore in my yard. There's some bees right now in there, if you can see those guys. I get bees in my yard because I plant flowers early and because I put bee waterers out, just water and rocks. No, don't put any sugar in it, otherwise they won't feed. And let's see, let's look at the tomato back there. Not too shabby, nice looking blooms. But then let's get over to our urine plants. Here is just the urine, and here's the urine with wood ash. Look at the height and the greenness of those tomatillos. Now, one of the Miracle-Gro does rival that, but can you see how the leaves of the Miracle-Gro are lighter than the leaves, the coloring on the tomatillos? Actually, let's do something. Let's be mean. Let's pull a leaf. They just look kind of yellow to me. And compare it. Yeah, definitely. Definitely a different color. It kind of has almost like stripes in it. These are having some insect damage though. where the, oh no, those are too, the Miracle Grow. Anyway, big pepper, big tomatillos, tomatoes, huge. I just had to tie those back up. They're falling away from the fence. Actually, the Miracle Grow, the urine and urine with wood ash, all of these have had to be tied up to the fence, but I expected to have to do that. Very full, very bushy, but not as tall as the urine and wood ash. So the Miracle Grow is taller than the control. It's kind of like step, step, step. Onions, sad situation. With the urine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a painted one, 6. Urine with wood ash. Look at the onions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as well, so 3 have died. Pepper plant looks like it's doing okay. I would say that actually that the Miracle Grow pepper plant is looking the best. Tomatillo, again, it's that dark green, beautiful, lots of blooms. But the tomato is by far the tallest and has the thickest stalks. But you know, we really won't be able to start judging all of this until we start producing some kind of product here, and then I will weigh each section's product for that day, and I'll keep a running tally for the month and then for the season. So we'll check in on that. So anyway, early August update. Everything is looking pretty good, and let me know if you have any questions. I think this tomato might outgrow that fencing. Oh, one thing, forgot. The daily urine on the tomato plants, one of them has died. Let me get out of the sun again. Jeez. I have to do this at a different time next time. That one has died. This one is okay, but it's kind of stunted. Now, it's only been it's been in the ground several weeks now, so I would think it would be bigger, but I think I'm over-fertilizing it. I'm not seeing any blooms. I am seeing new growth that's still coming along, but one of the plants is dead and one is not. So anyway, stay tuned. I'll keep you guys apprised, and as usual, let me know if you have any questions.